Yes, good morning. How are we all doing? It is Tuesday the 23rd. Always fun and games in the world of my life. Always fun and games in YouTube. Always fun and games when it comes to Tottenham Hotspur. Who would have thought it, people? I put out an innocent little video yesterday. Innocent little video yesterday asking about, just basically saying that all clubs sell to buy. All clubs constantly move players on. It's how you make money. Chelsea do it. Arsenal do it. Liverpool do it. Man City do it. Everyone does it. You sell players. You reinvest the money and you move forward. So I asked the innocent question of, right, who could make money at Spurs that you have to move on to free up wages, to free up transfer fee, and you spend again? Well, Jesus Christ. Off the back of that, I've had Savva, you're not really a Spurs fan. It's absolutely unbelievable. Somebody else, someone messaged me and said, Savva, go and support Arsenal. Emerson Royale is brilliant. You can't get better. I've had. Okay, cool. Lo Celso's on fire. I've had from one guy. Lo Celso's on fire. This guy. Here we go. Sure, look, ready? I'll show you. I don't mind calling this person out. Tottenham Hotspur Fan TV, whoever this muppet is. Emerson is worth a lot more than 20 million. We paid 25 million for him, and he is a much better player since he joined. Is he? I think he's crap. Here we go. Ange won't sell him. Lo Celso, he's been on fire under Ange. Why judge him under Conte and Mourinho? Spurs Stadium is bringing in 100 million extra for being multi-use. Tottenham have been spending big the past few seasons. Only Chelsea and Arsenal spent more. Savva, you sure you're not an Arsenal fan? Do you know what? I'd have to be a really, really sad Arsenal fan, wouldn't I, to stream about Tottenham Hotspur every single day. This guy went on, honestly, I messaged back and I said, the kids are here. You know me. I said, the kids are here. So because I have higher standards, that means I'm an Arsenal fan. I put easy to say when you won't show your face. Come on and have a chat. He's put, I've touched a nerve, clearly. I love these people. Honestly, if anyone ever wants to know, right, my frustration for 23 years with Tottenham, other than Daniel Levy, it is fans like this. It drives me potty. We're the only fan base, I think, where you can have a player like Giovanni Lo Celso for 5 years, do nothing, and find an excuse over and over and over again. Oh, but it's the managers. So Antonio Conte, who had midfielders playing brilliantly for Inter Milan and Chelsea, it's his fault that Lo Celso wasn't very good. I just need to know. Jose Mourinho, who's managed some of the world's best midfielders, it was his fault. It was his fault that Lo Celso wasn't very good under him. Really? Nuno, it was his fault. Because when I watch Nottingham Forest at the moment, Morgan Gibbs-White looks really, really good. Right? Morgan Gibbs-White looks really, really good, and he's playing for a similar manager. These people, honestly, I get this all day, every day. These people are absolutely brilliant. Who are you bringing in that's better than Emerson Royale? Anyone that can control a football. Do you know what I mean? The third player I added to the list, it was Emerson Royale. Basically, for anyone that didn't see the video, what I was getting at was, look, you have to, as much as I want, as much as I want Spurs to just go and spend money and buy the best players and win leagues, I also know that's not realistic, right? I also know that for Spurs to have spent the money they spent in the summer, that wasn't out the goodness of their hearts, by the way. Everyone's saying, look how much we spent in the summer. That was because we sold Harry Winks. We sold Davinson Sanchez. We sold Harry Kane. That's where the money comes from. The money doesn't magically come from Enix's pockets. That's not what they do. And these people don't seem to understand that. Honestly, absolutely mind blown. These people are absolutely brilliant. I love these people. Go and support Arsenal. Anyone who wants to sell a player, go and support Arsenal. You horrible, horrible, horrible people, you. Honestly, Yes, Bill, it is. It's not the young Spurs fans who defend Levy, it's the older ones, which is worrying considering they saw more success than all of us before Levy's tenure. Absolutely. It's brilliant. Listen, I love it. I live for calling out that sort of stuff. I find it absolutely hilarious. By the way, I've not said anywhere. I've not said anywhere right now you've got to sell Hill, Lo Celso, Royale, Sessegnon all in one window. All I'm saying is I don't mind seeing any of them go. If it's this window, if it's the summer, I don't mind seeing any of them go. Spurs play one game a week. We've got a lot of footballers. We play one game a week. If we're going to sell Brian Hill, are we going to miss him? No. Are you going to miss Lo Celso? I don't think so. I don't think he does enough. Are you going to miss Emerson Royale? Well, you've now got Van der Ven, Romero, Dragoshin. I don't know. Why would you miss him? Like, I don't know. But hey, that's just me. I've not said anywhere sell all four of them right now. People gotta listen. Big up, good morning to each and every one of you. There's my rant for the morning. It was just so funny what I woke up to. It's like I wake up and I go, right, let's have a look. Let's see who's messaged me on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, that's a nice one. Oh, someone said you must be a virgin if you want Emerson Royale to leave. You must be a virgin. That's good. I like that one. That was good. 41 and a virgin. Yes. Tony said, good morning, Savva in the chat. Good up. Big up to you, Tony. Good morning to you. Shem Tan said, good morning, Savva, and all the chat members. We keep being linked to more young players. Now one from the MLS. When the hell are we going to give our youth a chance instead? Yeah, interesting. We'll talk about that. We will talk about it because we don't, do we? Clearly, they can't be good enough. That's the only thing I can think of. We're buying a lot of youth. It must mean that no one is good enough from the youth team. Big up to Mario 2012. I said, good day, Savva, and everyone in the house. Like and subscribe, please. Yes, please do. We're chasing down 13K. I tell you another one that I keep getting daily. By the way, it's only 36 likes. Smash the like button. Another one I keep getting daily is, oh, your channel's only on 13K. People don't want to subscribe to you. I hate to break it to you, right? I hate to break it to you, but my channel's been going for 20 months. 20 months. That's not bad, is it? 13K in 20 months. Everyone's going on like my channel's been around for 10 years or something. It's absolutely madness how people want to get stuck in. Get the fraud out my club. Say good morning, Savva and the footballing world. Good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope your son is good. Good morning to Hennessy. Good morning to Daniel Bourdan. Good morning to AJ as well. Good morning to you. Kingy63 is saying, morning all. Good morning to you, my friend. How are you? I said, surely we are looking at Phillips in the background. Looks like that is going to be West Ham if you're talking about Calvin Phillips, right? Looks like he's going to go to West Ham. Romano said yesterday, didn't he, that West Ham and Man City are in direct contact for Calvin Phillips, and then he reposted it later in the evening. I think we're looking at that deal will be getting done. Mazza said, big up, Sam. I hope you're feeling a bit better today. Yeah, I didn't feel well at all yesterday, but feel better today. And don't forget to join myself and Stel live today at 3:30 for Tottenham Fever. Mario said, Royal Antwerp's Arthur Vermeeren. It's 18-year-old. The midfield maestro has already captained a senior match, earned caps for Belgium and impressed the Champions League. Lots of clubs after this boy, apparently. Lots of clubs after this lad. Atletico Madrid were the ones I saw in the driving seat. Good morning, Adam. Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're well. Ash, I said, still gives me nightmares, that game. I don't know which game you're talking. This one. Yes. Yes. Awful day. Where are we? Costa del Spurs people say, yeah, honestly, it cracks me up. What I'd love for one of them to come in a chat, bring them on and just say, look, cool, talk me through it. Talk me through your process of wanting Emerson Royale. Whether it's this window or next, talk me through your process. Talk me through how the bigger clubs that win things have players like this in their squad. Talk me through it. But we'll see. They won't. They won't. Alfie Hall said, hi, morning, Savva. I hope you're doing better than me this morning. Currently up hospital as I dislocated my knee. Oh, my God. Alfie, I hope you get better soon, mate. Playing football is bad for you. 6 aside. Mighty Spurs has said, do you think Spurs will sign another player before the transfer window closes? I I don't know is the honest answer. I think that it'll probably be. Are we counting Nusa and him going back on loan, or are we just saying a player that comes in? For me, I'd like to see a player that comes in immediately, but I think it will be Nusa. So we'll see. Sandy Kush said Barcelona get 30% of any sale of Royal, so it needs to be more than 20 million. Why does it need to be? Ash has said Tottenham paid 21.5 million for Royal, not 25. Yeah. Do you know what? 21 million too much. 21 million too much. Charlie E has said, who else's fault is it then? I don't know what that means. Savva, are you hearing anything in them headphones? No, they keep my ears warm. Dr. Tottenham said, oh, this line, unfortunately, you can't change everything in one window. Who's asked everything to be changed in one window? I don't think anyone has. It's another throwaway line. If Porro gets injured, we won't have cover. Dragoshin and Romero can both play right back. Van der Ven can play left back. Davis can play left back and centre half. Sessegnon can play left back. We've got more than enough cover. Must be annoying you to have to keep hiding your Arsenal shirt. Honestly, it cracks me up, man. It cracks me up. I can't stand Arsenal, and this is the go-to. Tony Newlander said Emerson is world class at picking up his wages. He's pretty good at warming the bench. I just can't understand how anyone watches this player and thinks, yes, I want this player representing my football club. Like, where's the ambition? Where's the will to, where's the want to get better? You know, where is it? Morning to Merlin's Beard. Hope you're well. Morning to George as well. Said you sell players to hopefully bring in better players. Isn't how football works. Apparently not. Apparently not, George. That's not how football works anymore. Stanley Kush said we have a money tree. Yeah, we do. The Daniel Levy money tree. By the way, guys and girls, smash the like buttons. Come on, let's make this worthwhile. We've got 50, and there's nearly 200 of you in the chat. 50. 50 of you in the chat. I'm just hearing some news coming through that Spurs are monitoring Joshua Zirkzee. So Joshua Zirkzee of Bologna. A lot of clubs monitoring him. Just seeing that come through. Again, I don't know how realistic that is. But what is realistic is we've got 53 likes. There's nearly 200 of you in here at the moment and growing. Come on. Please, can we smash that button? Thank you very much. Black and Music, big up to you, bro. How you doing? Has said, I want him to leave in the summer, but with these injuries, letting him go now could be a shot in the foot. But when you say these injuries, we haven't got any injured defenders other than Ben Davis, have we? We've got a lot of defenders and we play once a week. I'd let him, I don't care. Buy another player. John Kramer fan, big up, where you been? Haven't seen you for a few days. Said, I wouldn't have minded a punt on Calvin Phillips. Always rated him as a player. Always rated him as a player. I think it's interesting, isn't it? The Calvin Phillips from Leeds was very good. Now, I'm not saying that that's not in there, but what I am saying is, can he get back to that? He's not played a lot of football for a long time. 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. You can't keep your standards up. So can he get back to that level? I think him going on loan to West Ham is a brilliant move for him. I think he'll get game time. They've got a lot of games of football. So I think that'd be a good move for him. But listen, I wouldn't have mind. I mean, listen, if you're going to say, am I going to have Calvin Phillips over Højbjerg and Skip? Yeah, all day long. Good morning to Raymond Burns. Good morning to you. I'll try and get to as many people as possible. But it is what it is. Good morning, Kate. How are you? Good morning to you. Good morning. The Boomverse, bang on. Absolutely. If you've been a Spurs fan for any length of time, you know ENIC don't dip their hands in their pockets. Leave Ian ENIC out. This is what makes me laugh. Is when fans say to me, we spend loads of money. I'm not doubting we spend money, but we also make some money, right? Like look, the point of my video wasn't to say, oh my God, we're poor. We have to sell to buy for that reason. People who understood the video understood. People who are a little bit childish and don't understand it go, oh, no, we just be spending money. Sure. But look what Man City did in the summer. They sold players, right? Let's have a look. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see how much money Man City raised in the summer. I could be wrong here. Manchester City transfer market. Ready? Let's have a look. So in the last window, Manchester City, in the last window, here we go. So in the last window, Manchester City sold £118 million worth of footballers to bring in money to buy players the other way. Now, they spent more than that, but they've had to sell, right? They've had to sell. The window before that, Manchester City made a profit. I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you this, guys, because this is for anyone that didn't understand it, right? This is what clubs are having to do. I don't know if people understand this, not you guys, but this is what makes me laugh about it. If we see here, right? So we can see that on the left-hand side, yeah, they've spent a lot of money. Nunes, Vardial, Doku, Kovacic, right? On the right-hand side, they've had to sell to recoup 50% of that. So if you look, you can see that in that window, they spent 241 million and recouped 118. So they've had to get 50% of the money back in. The year before, if you look at it, look at this. The year before, 155 million spent, 162 million back into the club. That's all I was trying to say. Clubs need to do this. Clubs have to sell to create transfer fee, to create salary, to create a squad place. And some of our fans just don't seem to get it. Like at some point, you've got to move players on. You've got to move them on. Mike Spurs is Savva. What do you make of the fact that Spurs have been hit with Sebastian Szymanski? I don't know too much about him. I've seen some people rave about him. Other people say he's okay. I don't know. Do you know what I think we're in danger of? I think we're in danger of looking into players too much that we don't know. I don't know. If you know him, let me know. Hey, it is what it is. Ash7 has said, all you have to do is with Emerson is compare him to Porro. Listen, I could compare him to many fullbacks. I think he's a really poor footballer. That's just me. I'm not going to get into that again today, but I just think he is a poor footballer. Snazzy T40 said, good morning, Savva. It's afternoon over here. What's your view on Troy Parrott's future at Spurs? I don't think he's got one. I really don't think he's got one, if we're going to be brutally honest. By the way, let's keep smashing the like button. Smash the subscribe button, please. The link is pinned to subscribe. We are now only 90 away from 13K. 13K. So please smash that button. I don't think Troy Parrott's got a future at Spurs. I think that ship sailed a very, very long time ago. Only 76 likes. We should easily be on 100, 150 by now. Please smash that like button. Good morning to Sash out there in Melbourne, Australia. Good morning to you, my friend. I hope you are well. I said the one window comment because if you sell Emerson now, we'll need someone else in. Sure, bring someone else in then. You think Van de Ven is injured? Is he? I'm pretty sure. Has anyone else seen anything about that? Mazza said, I'm with you on the Royal debate. I'd love to see you speak to Sean and Henry on this as they are Team Royale, and I don't see the sense in selling him. I mean, look, if I speak to Sean and Henry, you know I'll put my position forward. Listen, I don't want bad footballers at Tottenham Hotspur. I don't care what anyone else wants. I can only speak for me. I don't like bad footballers at this club, and for me, I've seen enough of him over the years. I saw enough of him in Spain. I've seen him for 5 years now. Not very good. We get emotionally attached. Not for me, I'm afraid. Not for me. But everyone's welcome to their opinion, right? But I don't tell anyone because they like Emerson Royale to go and support Arsenal. I'd rather have Emerson over Lloyd Kelly. He's even worse. I wouldn't have either of them. I don't know what. I wouldn't have either of them. Neither of these caliber of footballers should be at Tottenham Hotspur. Let's call it for what it is. All right. Let's have that ambition. Let's have that level of wanting better. It doesn't have to be this window, but he can't be here surely next season. Surely you've got to have better. Mark has said, sell Royale, bring in Tosin, extra homegrown player, win-win. All day long. Tosin's a much better footballer than Emerson Royale. All day long. Bill has said, for your information, for all naive Spurs fans, Daniel Levy and Joe Lewis don't spend more than what they earn. They never have, never will. Nothing will change. Not a shiny stadium or your loyalty. Yeah. Dale Harding has said, Savva, totally agree. Royal, Skip and the rest of the Spurs B team ain't good enough and need to move on. But so far, you must agree to have done us proud due to you've had. I don't know what doing us proud means. Listen, they come in, they run around, they work hard. Sure, they're paid a vast amount of money to do that. They've not made me proud. None of the players so far have done anything to make me proud. Listen, as I said, whether it's January, whether it's the summer, you've got to keep moving players on. All clubs keep moving players on. Man City let some of their best players go every year, and everyone goes, "Oh, what's Pep doing? He's evolving. He's evolving." We seem scared of evolving. We seem scared of evolving sometimes. Yes, Savva Haaland's back in training. Yeah, I think they said this morning that he won't quite make the game. Listen, still a scary proposition. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Look, whether he plays, whether it's Alvarez up front, whether it's Grealish, Foden, Doku, De Bruyne, Silva, Rodri. Listen, it's a world-class football team, isn't it? So it's going to be tough with or without Erling Haaland. But I don't think Pep would play him. I don't think he's going to be fit enough to play him. I think we chuck ours straight in. I think he eases players back in we do it through necessity, right? Bobby, it's Savva. Opinions are like arseholes, pal. Don't lose any sleep. I'm not losing any sleep. I wake up and just laugh at it. I'd personally keep Royal till the summer. I think he's done a job while the boys have been away. I think he's had it. What makes me laugh about this opinion, Bobby? Whenever Spurs weren't winning games, everyone's excuse was, but look at the two centre halves. Now someone's coming to buy one of them. It's, but they did a good job while everyone was away. I don't understand it. Either they were bad or they weren't. I'm confused. Philly has said it seems, despite at times, like a person holding on to a relationship when the relationship is doomed. Who knows? We could get a lot better. Listen, yeah, man, I don't hold on to these bad players. I don't hold on to them. I said in the summer, right? Said in the summer about Lo Celso. Not a bad player, by the way. Said Lo Celso, never going to be fit. Doesn't do enough. Isn't consistent. Get some money in. Bring players in. Oh, no, Lo Celso, he could be reformed under Ange. I never fit. Never fit the lad. Never fit. Yeah, Sash, I haven't seen anything to say he's injured, though. I'm pretty sure that it was just cramp. Mick Howe said, I think what people are arguing, Sam, is that we shouldn't sell him now. Not that we shouldn't sell him at all. Well, some are saying we shouldn't sell him at all. We need a body in his place if he's gone this window. I disagree that we risk another crisis. I disagree. I think there's a lot of players there now at the back. If you look at that back line now, you've got Van der Ven, Romero, and Dragoshin, right? Plus Alfie Dorrington coming in behind, plus Davis will be back soon. Davis will be back in about 3 weeks, they reckon. Right? There's 5 that can play centre-half. You've got Udogie, Davis, Sessegnon, Van der Ven, who can all play left-back. And at right-back, you've got Porro, Porro, Romero, and Dragoshin that can play there. I don't see where this crisis is coming from. I mean, the crisis before was because we lost both our centre-halves. We've now got 3. We've now upgraded in that position. So I don't see it. Amina said, let's see Man City's dealings from 2009 onwards. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Brett said, morning, Savva, we need to change our mentality when it comes to our club if we want to go to the next. I agree. The thing is, people will have a pop at people like me, Brett, maybe people like you, people like Stel, whatever. The mentality is, oh, you're negative, you want this, you want that, and blah, blah, blah. But then they just want to champion. They want to champion average footballers. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me at all. I don't want these average footballers at my football club. SP7S says, Savva, do you see the piano incident? Is that a film or I don't know. I don't. Philly has said, just because someone does their job, is that reason to be proud and do backflips? Damn, the standards are on the floor. Listen, I would say that Emerson Royale has had more bad games than good games. I don't know what people are watching. Like, I feel like when the ball goes to his feet, he creates such panic at the back, such uncertainty. People like him, they can like him. But for me, again, it's what separates us from the top clubs. Paul Pablo says, Savva, we can't unload players like Man City. There is no reason for an explanation. Paul Pablo, everything you're saying here is wrong. We can't unload players. You've got a bid on the table for the guy, so you can unload him. So that doesn't make sense, does it? Big up. Sean is in the chat. Big up to you, Sean. How you doing, bro? Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you for our conversation on the phone yesterday. I always enjoy our chats. Big up to you. Thoughts on Everton, Scottish right back Patterson as a Royale replacement. I've only seen bits of him. He looks decent. For me, again, levels. Want a bit better than that for me, from what I've seen. Shem Tan said, "Hey Savva, did you see Lothar Matthäus rip into Bayern for buying Spurs bench players a bit?" Yes, I did. Very, very funny. But again, it goes back to this, doesn't it? When Paul Pablo's saying we can't offload players, we can. We're showing that we can. So yes. Robin Hood said, couldn't beat a Man United team beaten 3-0 by Bournemouth, but the players are good enough. Good one. Yeah. Ash has said, yeah, it was only cramp for VDV. By the way, get some questions in. Let's have these conversations. Please do continue to smash the like button. Please subscribe. I always try and do my best to read everyone's comments and try and make this morning's show about everyone's comments. You know what? If I disagree, I'll disagree. If I agree, I agree. If I'm impartial, I'm impartial. You know how it works now. Big up, Wes. How you doing, bro? As I said, big up Savva in chat. Mate, I'd have taken 20 million for Royal. It scares me when he's on the ball. It scares me too. It really does. I think he had a really good game against Burnley, who don't have any forwards of note. In other games I've watched him, he's just panicked the hell out of me. I don't know if anyone likes this player, but hey, it is what it is. I agree. Belgrade Wanderer. The worst thing is when people say, oh, we should keep Emerson. He's better than Aurier or Spence. By the way, I don't think he was better than Aurier at all. Aurier had those moments in him, but he was a much better footballer than Emerson Royale. Where are we? Simon Raff. Big up to you, Simon. I said, I see Arsenal fans say they hope Nuno Tavares, Lokonga and Tierney get another shot at Arsenal. Look, I think this is it. You've got your fans that do it. We've got our fans that do it. We keep doing this, right? Football clubs. Look. As I said, I don't see this with the bigger clubs. I don't see Liverpool fans talking about poor players getting another chance. They kind of move them on. I don't see City doing it either. Spurs and Arsenal seem to do it. I get it. You want to get behind the players, right? We want to get behind the players. We want everyone to work out, but ruthless management and ruthless moving on and upskilling of players is what makes top clubs top clubs. GK Clark has said, let's stop playing players out of position. We get the best from players in their best position. Who's that in reference to, GK Clarky? I'd like to know. Who's that in reference to? Romero and Dragusin at right back even worse than Emerson. Based on what? Isn't one of Romero's strengths his ability on the ball, bringing the ball out? How on earth would he be better than worse than Emerson Royale? And when have you ever seen Dragusin play at right back to make that statement? Wow. Wow. Stanicus said, I would entertain Trippier over Royale. Now, Trippier is much better, but Trippier is 33. Never going to happen. If he leaves, he's going to Bayern Munich, let's be honest. Robin Hood said, Trippier not good enough either. Wow. By the way, there has been a couple of gifted memberships. Big up to Mazza, who's done both of them. There you go, one, and there's two. Big up, Mazza. Very, very generous of you. I'm going to see if I can find out who they went to. So bear with me. Hang on. Where are we? One went to GK Clarkey, and the other one, so many comments. The other one went to Angus. Oh, my God. Angus has been gifted a membership. Big up to Angus. Oh, how we laugh. I love it. Bill and Sean having a little chat in the comments. Love it. See, football conversation without people being rude is great. Both of them executing it superbly. Sash has said, Savva, I'm coming to watch Spurs v Forest in a few weeks. Where is a good place to get a beer near the ground? My first Tottenham game. There's a number of good places to get a beer, but just bring your wallet. They're really expensive. I always go into the number 8 just for the atmosphere. It gets a bit busy out the back there, but I normally go into the number 8. Very expensive, but There's lots of pubs along the high road. People in here that go to the games will probably tell you more of where you can meet them, and hopefully someone will meet up with you and have a beer. So enjoy your first game. It's a game we should win, right? Forest at home. It's a game we should be winning. By the way, keep smashing that like button, people. Come on. There's 292 of you in here and only 105 likes. That's nearly only a third of you. And we got Emerson Royale does not want to go to Saudi. He loves London. Meh. Yeah, there's things we can do. Daryl, big up to you, bro. It's a one word why top clubs win stuff. Ruthless. Once we master that, we are just pretenders. Listen, I completely agree with you. I get all day, every day, people telling me, be more positive. I get that all the time, even though I think everything's going well. Be more positive. Angie's going to win us things. Yeah? We're going to compete. And in the same breath, don't let Skip go. Don't let Emerson Royale go. Don't let Højbjerg go. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, yeah, I want to be positive. I want to win things. I want proper footballers that have been there, seen it, done it, and can do it. At the moment, I don't know if we've got that. Yes. I would love Sacha Boey. I'd love Sacha Boey. Look at him. Look at Emerson Royale. Chalk and cheese. 18 Spurs. Marco, 82. Big up to you, my friend. I said hit list by the end of the summer window. Royale, Cess, Spence, Ndombele, Lo Celso, Hill, Højbjerg, Skip, Roden, Forster. I think this has definitely got to be the list of players that go next. Definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Completely agree with you. Not one of those players should be at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, not one of those footballers is good enough to put on a Spurs shirt. I wanted Angus. Where is Angus? Angus. Where are all the players that Arsenal are going to sign? Neto. Zubamendi. Ivan Toney. Where are they? Svarog BG has said it's hard to believe no one offers 67 million for Hill. Well, Hill's talking about staying and fighting for his place, which is interesting. Let me just quickly check Fab Romano and see if anything's happened in the last few minutes in the world of football. Olympiacos, no, that's added a target. AS Roma have rejected multiple approaches for Sardar Azmoun, one of them from Seville in recent days. No intention to break loan deal from Bayer Leverkusen, as De Rossi wants him in the squad. Michael Obafemi is joining Millwall, joining on loan from Burnley, so good luck to him. And Emmanuel Dennis is going to Watford. He's been there before, right? He's going there. Marco Nepe leaves FC Bayern with immediate effect. Decision has been made as director will part ways with the club. Wow. It just feels like all is not very well at Bayern Munich at the moment. Nothing else has really happened this morning, guys and girls, in terms of players coming in. Real Sociedad are closing in on a deal to sign Javi Galan from Atletico Madrid. No option to buy. It's a straight loan. Other than that, Newcastle insist on their position. No plans to sell Trippier in January, despite insistence in the recent days. It's a complicated deal for Bayern. Mukiel remains on for Bayern. Talks with PSG are ongoing, and he wants the move. Jorge Mendes, the super agent, has said there were proposals for João Neves and Antonio Silva, but the door is not open. They will stay at Benfica to the end of the season. It's 100% guaranteed. Then Rui Costa will decide what to do. So, yeah, two very, very highly rated young players there in João Neves and Antonio Silva, the midfielder and the centre-half. Apparently, neither of them moving. And that's it. There's nothing really going on today. Pochettino has said that Caicedo feels better. I don't know what was wrong with him in the first place. And other than that, Calvin Phillips reports from Romano that negotiations are advancing. New round of talks will take place today, and West Ham hope to get the player in the next 48 hours. So a lot going on in the world of football at the moment, not with Spurs today. It's all gone very, very It's all gone very, very quiet on the Noosa front. So I don't know what's happening there, but we'll see in the next couple of days. I assume that he'll be bought in the last 7 days, sent out on loan, and that will be all the transfer business that we conclude. Does anyone else think there'll be any other transfer news from Spurs this week? Does anyone else think we'll buy anyone? Sorry, bear with me. I don't know how I've managed to miss my mouth with that water. Gee, I've just missed my mouth and poured it all on my jeans. What an idiot. Cess's Gammy Hammy has said, I'd be happy if Royale left, but we need to replace him before the window shuts. By the way, Cess's Gammy Hammy, there's 119 likes and 300 of you in here. Come on, we're not even at 50%. Right now, can we have a like party, please? People in the chat will tell you that I've got a YouTube channel. People like Sean, getting on, doing an hour and a half, 2 hours by yourself is hard work. Please, just a little bit of appreciation. We haven't had a single subscriber and we've only got a few likes. So please smash that like button. Please subscribe. It really, really does help. Only 119 likes. Where are we? Here we go. Bobby Andrews said, question, how many more players would you offload this window? For me, we have to get rid of Hill, Sessegnon, and either Skip or Højbjerg and replace the centre mid. So next question is, who's your centre mid? I can't see all of them going. I've got no problem if all 4 of them leave, by the way. I've got no problem, Bobby. I just can't see it happening. I really like Matt O'Reilly. I can't keep saying it. I really, really like Matt O'Reilly of Celtic. I have no idea. I have no idea if he's on the radar. I don't know if Postecoglou wants him. Of course, he managed him at Celtic. But for me, I'd love Matt O'Reilly. I'd love a Morgan Gibbs-White type player as well. But we'll see. Alan has said players move on, but you need replacing with better. Absolutely. I think haven't we just implemented we've got Paratici, Johan Lang. Rob, I can't think of his name. Rob, whatever his Mackenzie. We've got Rob Mackenzie as well. We've got all the scouts working for them. That's their job. That's what they're paid to do 365 days a year. Left of centre said, I say about ruthless clubs and managers result in mercenary players. And what sort of fans, not good ones. Lack of loyalty results in poor clubs. Ruthless clubs results in clubs like Liverpool and Man City that win things. This is something that we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better as to why we don't win things. Merlin's beard, absolutely bang on. Fans moan that we hold on to players for too long, then freak out when we get a bid for one of our players. Bang on, bang on, bang on. Absolutely. When have you ever seen Romero? Romero's played right back for Argentina before and for Atalanta. Dragusin, I haven't seen him play there, but everyone assures me he can play there. Emerson plays right back all the time. Yes, but not very well. There's a difference between being a right... Listen, Dr. Tottenham, if you want to see bad players play, crack on, mate. Crack on. When we don't win anything, that's why. You're the one with a picture of Daniel Levy. You're the one mocking Daniel Levy. Why are you mocking him and then backing up the bad players that we've bought? Madness. Phil Coys has said, smash the likes and subscribe to 2024 FA Cup winners. Well, we're going to find out very soon. It's Tuesday. In 3 days' time, we play Manchester City on Friday. We've been talking about it a lot, obviously, because it's been coming up. Lots of different score lines predicted for this one. I just don't know if we're going to have enough to hurt them up front. I really, really don't. I'm looking at the front three. It does nothing for me. I don't know. I'm worried about this game. I really am worried about this game. They're on fire. We're not. And Son is in the Asian Cup. So I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think in the chat. We'll slowly navigate towards that conversation. But we have got only 146 likes. Smash that button, people. Let me quickly go. So Mazza, big up for giving the super chat. For giving the channel membership. Mazza, big up again for giving the second one. Merlin's Beard has given a channel membership as well. I'll see if I can find out who that was. Bear with me. Sorry. That went to GK Clarkey. Note that we've done that one. That one went to, I don't know, Merlin's Beard. That one went to Stanikush. So big up to you, Merlin's Beard. Big up to Stanikush. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And Daniel Harris has said in a super chat, thank you, Daniel. Really appreciate it. So big up, Savva. Always keeping it real. Look, I don't know if it's keeping it real, Daniel. Look, at the end of the day, I have my opinions. Other people have theirs. I appreciate that some of my opinions won't be popular with the Spurs fan base. I do. I appreciate that. But I'm not someone. I'm not someone that just jumps onto bandwagons for the sake of it. I'm not someone that just turns around and says we're going to win 4-0 every game for the sake of it. It just doesn't ring true. I wanted to come onto YouTube. I wanted to be someone that tells my truth. I've been told I'm wrong for 23 years about this club. I've been told I'm wrong about play. Do you know what? I'll tell you what makes me laugh. Not just me. I've been told for years the way I talk about Royale is the way I talked about Dyer, Sissoko, Hill, Sessegnon, Roden, Tanganga, Spence, Winks, Skip, Lucas, Bergwijn. The way I talk about him is the way I talked about all of them. All of those players, I was cussed massively by Spurs fans saying, I'm just negative. I don't know a good player. The manager wants them. They must be good. And we'll just do it again. We'll just keep going around in rotation again. Yeah. It's not rocket science to see who's a good player or not. I don't understand this. It's not rocket science, is it? You can see that Emerson Royale, when he gets on a football, is very, very clumsy. But if people want him, cool. But then don't be telling me I'm negative then when I say we won't win league titles. I was called negative for saying we won't win the league. We're currently 8 points off the top. Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes a little dose of realism in and amongst all the fanfare of we're going to be brilliant is needed. The upper tier has said, big up Savva. That Side show was uncomfortable. Thought Lee just wanted to have a go at you being a guest on Side show. I didn't think it was Lee. Mate, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Daryl Denton said, can we show Alex some love? He's looking to get 60 subscribers to get to 1K. Mr. Box Office TV. Yeah, if you haven't, please do go and subscribe to Alex. Listen, he's a great guy. He's always out there working for people to entertain people. So come on, let's show some love. Before we do that, can we show some love in here? Not one subscriber through the whole of the morning, 42 minutes. Not one subscriber. The link is in the chat, and we're not at 200 likes yet. We're only at 151. Very, very tight in this fan base. Very tight. Vibrant Copper said, why aren't we going for the Calvin Phillips loan deal? I don't know. I don't know. I guess you would say it's probably something that the club would have discussed, but maybe that Postecoglou doesn't want him. I don't know. I would have bought him on loan, made some money on the Celso or Højbjerg. I would have, but hey, listen, I think it's a good move for the Hammers. I think it bolsters them in their pursuit of European football. Rodney Roberts, big up to you, Rodney. Always in here. Smash the likes, support the channel. You know the rules. Absolutely, Rodney. We don't ask for a lot, just things that are free. Stanikush said Dragashin can play anywhere across a back 3 or 4. Mazza said, regarding England, it will be a bad move for Phillips to move to West Ham. Southgate doesn't seem to watch them as he leaves out Jade, Prowse and Bowen. I don't think, Bowen's been making the squads. But listen, I think he knows Calvin Phillips by now. I don't think it's a case of him needing to watch him. I think it's whether or not he gets game time. Bill has said Yapstam, Beckham, Hughes, Ince, Chelsea, Van Nistelrooy, etc. and United never stop being successful, and we really want Emerson to stick around. This fan base has a weak mentality. Listen, not all the fan base, Bill, not all the fan base. Some of the fan base most definitely does. 1 second. Some of the fan base does. Not all of the fan base, though. I think that's harsh to say all, but I hear you. I do feel that we scream for better. We scream to want to win, and then we want to scream to keep hold of average players all over the park. For 5 years, I've been hearing Ndombele will come good. Ndombele will come good under this manager. Like, Ange is a good manager. He is not a miracle worker. Oh, my God, just think what this player will do under Ange. Well, Ange has got rid of all the players that most of us feel like me and you wanted to get rid of. Ange sees it, but the fans don't see it. And just got rid of all the players already that loads of people have been saying for years, the ones that have been called negative, wanted to get rid of. It's not rocket science. Mike said, it's just your opinion about Royal, but you're acting like your opinion is more important to everyone that they are wrong. No, listen, Mike, no, listen to what I said. Anyone who likes him, like him. That's fine. That's fine. Like him. I want better. I want better. It's only me, Mike. I want better. At the end of the day, mate, if you want to rate a player like Emerson Royale, cool, rate him. But I look at the next level above and go, would Liverpool or Man City want this guy anywhere near their squad? No. That, for me, is everything. You can like him. I'm not telling you to not like him. I'm not out here to change your mind. You can like him all you want. No problem there. Hello has said Pedro Gonçalves can develop to be up and out. Oh, Pedro Gonçalves. Now, there's a player that I've seen a number of times that I really, really like. I really, really like him. That sort of signing would get me more excited than constantly going for kids. Yes, absolutely. Orox Beats, big up, bro, has said, hopefully we get an established player to replace Højbjerg. And where is a new right winger? Because Johnson is crap. Hopefully we don't just get Wharton. Then this window would only be a 6 out of 10 for me. Yeah, lots of people want Wharton. I just don't see that we need any more young players from the lower leagues, do we, at this stage? Surely we can. Again, it's that standards and levels, isn't it? I don't know. Of course, there's a watch-along for Friday's game. Of course, there's going to be a watch-along. But of course there is. Lots of people in the chat. I think I've missed something. Are talking about Kyogo. I'm seeing Kyogo's class. Kyogo. I take Kyogo. Definitely gets into our front three without a shadow of a doubt. Rodney has said yes, but the way you talk about those players and their flaws on. Listen, I try and bring perspective. I don't just say, oh, Emerson Royale's bad. I'm trying to look at reason. The reason I've talked about all those players that I just mentioned is you can see what's not good about them. And the manager that everyone tells me is amazing also agreed with all the players I've not wanted for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm not just me. Sorry, not just me. Loads of fans didn't want these people, but were cussed for it. The same fans that are cussing us now because we don't want people like Emerson Royale. It just doesn't quite ring true. Wes has said, get the likes up, get the subscribers up. Let's get Savva to 13K. Show the man some love. Yeah, we're struggling to get there. We are struggling to get there. But hey, it is what it is. You know, you're either liked or you're not. I keep getting told every day I should pack my channel in because it's not growing. So that's fun. Don't we count Arsenal subscribers? I don't know what that means. What do you mean? Sorry, my friend. What do you mean? Robin Hood has said, if I'm a Spurs fan, I'll take about 11 players from West Ham. How can you wait with a straight face? The squad is good enough. So I don't understand that, Robin. Sorry. I'd take 11 players from West Ham. How can you wait with a straight? I don't know what that means. Sorry, mate. I really don't understand what that means. Big up to everybody in the chat. Really enjoying this morning's conversation. Most people just having a bit of laugh, bit of fun. 18 Spurs, Marco 82 has said, not sure Phillips is mobile enough for Ange's demands. There are better options. I mean, listen, the Calvin Phillips we saw at Leeds was tearing around the pitch. I'm not sure that's the truth. I mean, if we're able to play a Celso in there, then definitely Phillips is more mobile than him. And it looks like somebody's just sent me apparently, according to Mike McGrath, that Al Nassr are prepared to bid for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So it looks like they might be moving on from Emerson Royale and looking at Aaron Wan-Bissaka as an option. That's just sent through to me. Thank you to the person that just sent that through to me. So interesting. Looks like they're making moves. And thank you to the one person that has restored my faith and just subscribed. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Where were we? Where were we in the chat? Do I rate Koga? Yes, I do. I do rate him. I think he'd be a good addition to a forward line. Vibrant Copper has said, if we were a big club, we would have replaced Kane with Lautaro Martinez, Osimhen or Vlahovic. Yeah, look, I don't know the availability for all three of those players, but I definitely get the sentiment. If we were a big club, it wouldn't have been Brennan Johnson coming through the door after selling Harry Kane. I agree. I do agree with that sentiment. Whether or not these three were available, I mean, Osimhen ridiculous money. Vlahovic, currently fighting for a title in the Juventus team. Lautaro Martinez is currently the top goal scorer in Italy, fighting for a title with Inter. I don't know. Daryl Denton said, we are just unlucky. We just worked to a broken blueprint for 23 years. Big up to you, Daryl. Always enjoy your comments. Brett said, what I like about you, Savva, is we don't always have to agree all the time. But what people can't knock is the hard work you put in. Mate, listen, Brett, you know what? Anyone who disagrees with me, we'll have the chat. I think it's when people are rude immediately, I get rude back. And I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. And Sean always tells me off all the time for it. But I shouldn't. But look, Brett, if you say something I disagree with, I'll come in and go, look, I don't quite agree with that. But what you then get is you get people, you get the people like that guy that say, oh, you know, I don't like it. No, I'm just talking. Listen, the whole point of football debate, isn't it, is that you go, oh, I don't agree with that. I don't think he's good enough because of X, Y, Z. Or, oh, no, actually, I do think he's good enough because of X, Y, Z. I just hate it when people put in a comment with no fault, no context, no structure, just go, you're an idiot. You're wrong. Bill, I said, if you want Royale, you've got the club and success you deserve. Big up. Yeah, meow. Nearly there. We're nearly there. We've only had one subscriber today. Where are we? Bobby has said, I would rather watch Arsenal every week than subscribe to Mr. Box Office. Don't be harsh. Come on. Don't be harsh, Bobby. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Don't be harsh. Come on. Rodney said, big up, Savva. Always a well-presented show. P.S. Did you get the job you went for? No, I didn't, unfortunately. There were a lot of people that went for it, and there were some better than me. So, hey, look, it is what it is. You know, you're not going to get every gig you go for, but we move on, don't we? We move forward with some positivity. Dale has said, as a defensive fullback, I've always thought Emerson was competent and wins the majority of his duels. Useless going forward, though. He'd suit a part of us Premier League side more. I agree to an extent. I agree with the second half. I think he definitely suits. He definitely suits a park the bus type team more. I think in a team where you have to get on the ball, I don't ever want the ball rolled into his feet in our final third. In our first third, sorry. I don't ever want that. Tottenham said, if players like Kyogo, Jota or O'Reilly are good enough, we would have bought them already. So isn't that the same for someone like an Antonio Nusa? Why haven't we bought him already? That doesn't make sense, Dr. Tottenham. That doesn't make sense. You can't buy every single player, can you? That doesn't make sense. There's not a lot of great defenders in the market. No, but there's a lot better than Emerson Royale. Black and Music, I said, big up. Nothing wrong with speaking your opinion, bro. People are too emotional. We don't agree on everything, but I don't attack you for it. Listen, we're allowed to disagree. Blacker, we always disagree on stuff. And then we agree on stuff. It's absolutely fine, man. Not sure you need the headphones, Sav, mate, or did I miss something? But don't worry about it. Do you know what it is more than anything? I've got nothing in my hair. My hair looks a mess. And I've got cold ears. Just don't worry about it. Jacob has said, don't be silly, Savva. Liverpool would love Emerson, especially with Trent out. What are we talking about? I watched Liverpool's young 19-year-old right back play there the other day. Connor Bradley, much better than Emerson Royale, and he's 19 years of age. Don't be so silly. Cessis Gamihami said, how do you think Conte or Jose would have done with his current squad? Good question. That's a good question. I like that. I don't know is the honest answer. First of all, I don't know. Did Conte want a James Maddison type player for creativity? Did they want the quick young centre-half? I don't know. It would have been interesting. Better than they did with the squad they had, that's for sure. Postecoglou's definitely got a better squad than those two had, that's for sure. Rodney, we're on 12,911 and we can't seem to move forward, but it's fine. I've learned to deal with it now. We're going to end, never going to get there. It's fine. Wanting constant improvement is not attacking players. Absolutely, Mario 2012. I think that's the key thing. I think I've never known football fans like since I've done YouTube and Twitter or whatever when I was on there. Honestly, you go, I don't quite rate this player. I want better. Oh, stop attacking him. What? What? For the test of time, fans have gone to the stadium, watched players, said he's not good enough. He's good enough. Let's buy him. Let's sell him. And now it's, oh, but mental health. And oh, come on. They go to Lautaro sign a new deal with Inter in the summer. I'd love a Lautaro Martinez. The boy would score goals for fun in this setup. For fun. The only reason you don't sign Phillips is because of his game time. He's a million miles better than both Skip and Højbjerg. I completely agree. Completely agree with that. See, like when I agree. Yeah, I agree with this as well. I agree with this. Spurs never going to sign Kogo at 29. It doesn't fit their model. I agree with that as well. I'd like some experience in there. Not necessarily, don't have to be 29, but I'd like some more experience in there than keep buying kids. Bobby has said, let's be honest, we're clearly in the market for a 6 or 8 with us constantly trying to get Gallagher. When you say constantly trying to get him, we haven't had a bid. We haven't made a bid for him, have we, Bobby? I feel like a lot of this is paper talk, but we haven't had a bid for him. But hey, maybe we have. I don't know. Bill has said, I'm with you on needing now players rather than tomorrow players. It's always next season. Listen, I don't mind both, Bill. I don't mind both. Listen, for example, if we take Nusa, for example, cool. Go and buy Nusa. Looks really good. Young, talented, looks really good. But he's 18. He's 18. Yeah? What will happen is he'll come in and then people will go, give him time. Of course, give him time. But while he's being given time, you've got to bring in someone who's ready-made. It can't constantly be that every player needs 2 to 3 years. It's what people are doing now with Brennan Johnson. Give him time. Brennan Johnson's 23 next month. Like, you know, give him time. Look, hey, it is what it is. Oryx Beats has said, why not just swap Højbjerg for Ederson at Atalanta? They play low block 3-4-3 in Italy. Perfect for Højbjerg. Ederson is class. I guess it would all depend on, do they want Ederson? Would both clubs be open to a straight swap? I don't know. But listen, I don't disagree with your theory. Whether or not it's practical, I don't know, my friend. I don't know. Would I take Fofana and Zubimendi? Yes. Definitely Zubimendi. Yes, definitely Zubimendi. Brilliant midfielder. I think once you get Zubimendi into your midfield, I think you'd start to see a little bit more quality and add more depth, more quality and depth. And I think then you'd start to see people go, oh, yeah, now that's a footballer. I'm all for a Zubimendi. Bill said box office is elite. Back to you, Savva. I'm done. Yeah. Mazza says, Savva, your schedule today. I'm actually busy between sort of 12 and 3. And then I've got a show with Stella at 3:30. I might be on with Rants a bit later. And then I don't know if there's anything worth streaming for tonight at the moment. I could do Chelsea Middlesbrough. Does anyone want to do a Chelsea Middlesbrough watch along? I could do that. I don't know. Other than that, there's not really that much to go at. I might just do that for a bit of a laugh. And the wife's out tonight, I think. So yeah, we might do that. We'll do a Chelsea Middlesbrough watch along in the cup. See what's going on there. So it's this show now, 3:30 with myself and Stel for Tottenham Fever, and then we'll do a watch along this evening at 7:45, ready for an 8 o'clock kickoff for Chelsea versus Middlesbrough. Ben has said Brennan Johnson is Ange's pet project. I hope he proves everyone wrong. A lot of potential. I don't see there's a lot of potential. I listen, for me, I was always taught very, very young that it doesn't matter whether you're 15, 16, 17, 18. You can see it in their feet if they're a footballer. You can see it in their feet. I don't see that in Brennan Johnson. I think Brennan Johnson, my old boss at Charlton, used to describe certain players like this. Right? Brennan Johnson is a straight line player. Give him the ball, he'll run in a straight line very quick. When you put obstacles in his way, what's he got? That's where you see how good a footballer is. So not for me, but listen, I'm happy to be proved wrong. What's my thoughts on Dane Scarlett? Really difficult to tell. He went to Portsmouth and did nothing. He went to Ipswich, they didn't play him. He's back at Spurs. He's going to get hardly any game time. We play once a week. Hard to tell, isn't it? Really hard to tell. I can't sit here and say he's rubbish. Not seen enough of him. Can't sit here and say he's great. Not seen enough of him. I think we need to get to the summer and loan him out to a League One club. Brett Molyneux said Emerson is a championship player at best. Time to let go people and move on. If we want better, stop thinking with your heart. Completely agree. Jacob said, so you having an 18-year-old instead of a proven experience playing Emerson. Jacob Miller, look, the point was this, is that Liverpool wouldn't need Emerson Royale. Liverpool at right back can play Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez, and now got the young bloke Connor Bradley as well. Why would they want Emerson Royale? Madness. Absolutely. Standards, absolute standards, people. Standards. It's like me going to a really cheap supermarket, right? And buying I'm not going to name a supermarket. It's like me going to a really cheap supermarket and buying a macaroni cheese, right? Then I go to Waitrose and I buy a macaroni cheese from there. Which one's going to be better? Right? And it's me then going, oh, but I don't know, I like my macaroni cheese. Yeah, but you know it's not as good as this one. That's life, right? Absolutely, Kate. Get the likes done, please, and subscribe. Cut people. This is a tough slog today. Look at this. We have not moved. We've only moved up one in the whole day. Come on. Surely we can get that to 12,915. It's only 4 subscribers. And the likes, we're nearly at 200. We're on 182. We'll go for another 10 minutes or so. Good morning, Dan Skyline. Good morning, brother. Hope you're well. Good morning to Derek Hutchinson. Good morning. God, everyone's just creeping in. Good morning, Donna Cullen. How are you, my friends? Would I take Thuram at Nice? I don't mind Thuram. I don't mind him. I think there's plenty of players I would take before him. But yeah, he's not a bad player. And as always, I love it. As always, I should learn my lesson. You ask for and they go backwards. I love and hate people in equal measures. Any other team with our injuries would have fallen clean off. We're still there. I don't believe that. That's not true. Liverpool have got horrific injuries and are in 4 competitions, top of the league, and nearly in the final of a cup. I don't believe this is true. I don't believe this is true at all. Sorry. This is something we say to make ourselves feel better. Loads of teams have had injuries, Bobby. Loads of teams. I don't do this. Ian Glennon has said, LFC fan here, Sav. You speak sense. Must be hard with some people. Let's say you debate. And it is tough because I think the thing for me is I find everything sensational. Everything is either brilliant up here or shit down here. No one ever wants to have a discussion in the middle here. It's brilliant or shit. And I just find it strange. 18 Spurs, Marco 82 said we can sign these younger players. But any established players need to be better than what's in our starting 11. I agree. Absolutely agree. You can do both. Time added on. Big up, Alan. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well. Please get over and subscribe to Alan. Alan, I'm not sure if anyone will jump over and subscribe. I've just lost 2 subscribers. I've lost 2 subscribers in the last 5 minutes. Can't grow to save my life. He said, big up, Savva. I completely agree. Football has got to the point where you can't criticise players if they're not good enough. Everything has to be positive or you're not a real fan. BS talk. I agree, mate. I agree. I find it so difficult. I find it so difficult, Alan, to try and have grown-up football conversations where you're not allowed to be critical about players or you're not a real fan. It baffles me. The same people earlier this year that were having a right go at me when I said Spurs can't and won't win the league. And look, we're 8 points off the top. Sometimes a dose of realism. AJ has said, Savva, what is your take on youth academy setup and the young players we currently have? Hard to say because Postecoglou ain't playing any of them, is he? He's not giving any of them a minute. So it's really hard to tell. He must not think they're good enough. So that tells its own story, doesn't it? Wow, what is happening? At least now down to 08. It really does make it absolutely pointless doing these when you're not growing. Tottenham Tom, I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed, my friend. I really do think that ship has sailed. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's good enough. Not for me. It's been too many years now. It's been too many years. Big up Peter said, happy to see your daily show, Savva. Keep grinding, mate. I'm trying. It's not growing though. It is, but it's not. It's tough. It's tough out there. But Bobby says, Savva, you've been serious. We didn't have a centre back playing with 4 full-backs, no Maddison and other players with big my arm. I'm being serious. Yeah, that's our fault. Other clubs have had injuries as well, man. Other clubs have had injuries. If you actually look at the injury table list for the season, other clubs have had players out for more days than we have. It's just how it is. Yeah, possibly, mate. It's just, look, it's just a bit disheartening, Mario. But hey, we crack on, don't we? Big up, Aaron Lawrence. Big up to you. Big up to you. Much love. Hope you're well, my friend. Bobby said, with the players we had out, did you expect us still being around the top 4? If you say yes, that is a flat out lie. I thought we were going to drop right off so I can see the positives, right? Bobby, I've said at the beginning of the season, I thought we were going to finish 5th to 7th. We are where I thought we would be, in and around 5th. Slightly higher because I thought we could be in 7th, but in and around 5th. For me, when people predict things at the beginning of the season, you take into account injuries. You take into account that players will be suspended and injured. What other people do is they just go, if everyone's fit. It's not real. It doesn't happen. Not everyone's going to be fit. So for me, I think we're about where we should be with the squad that we've got. I think that the clubs above us have got better squads. And I think we're about where we should be. Yeah, for me, I think we're where we should be. As I've said, if we finish 4th, I think he's overachieved. If we finish 5th to 7th, I think that's where we should be. And everything's fine. Bobby Andrews, we could have actually bought another centre-back in the summer. We all knew we needed one. Right, so here we go. Rich. So all the people now, I'm going to use Bobby as an example. Big up, Bobby. You know I love you, dude. But we're now saying, we didn't have any centre-backs. One of those centre-backs that played was Emerson Royale, who's being used as the reason why we did so brilliantly well to stay where we were, because apparently he's not very good. Right? But now we should keep him. I don't understand. I'm confused by all of it. In the summer, we need to get a quality left winger, right winger, and backup goalkeeper for sure. I desperately think we need reinforcements in the wide areas. I don't think any of ours are good enough. Sav, I would have a wager with you right now. We finish in the top 4. I don't think it's impossible for us to finish in the top 4, so I won't bet against it. I don't know why I would take that bet. We're sitting 3 points. Hang on, let's have a look at the Premier League table. Let's have a look. 1 second. 1 sec. Present, share screen, Premier League table. There's Premier League table. Why would I have that bet when we're 3 points off top 4? That's madness. Why would I have that bet, Bobby? Doesn't make sense. But listen, I predicted 5th to 7th at the beginning of the season. I think we've done brilliantly to be 8 points clear of 7th. But, is this? Hang on, I don't think that's changed. 1 second, let me just refresh that. I think Brighton have played. Yeah, there we go. That's right. So I feel like we are probably where we should be. I think it's all the people who are talking about winning the league and being first. Look, there's a massive gap between us and Liverpool now. Huge gap between us and Liverpool. Carlton. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah. It's just I just want to grow. I'm working hard. That's all it is. Ian says, Savva, I think Spurs finished top 4. I think Arsenal might implode if they lose to Liverpool. Toxic fan base. Listen, they could. They absolutely could. Listen, from the way the league looks. Hang on. Let's look at this again. From the way the league looks, let me know if anyone disagrees with me. Right? Does anyone disagree with me in the chat? From the way the league looks and from what I said at the beginning of the season, the league will be Liverpool and Man City out in first and second, clear of the rest. And then at the moment, Arsenal are the ones who are doing worse than I thought. Villa are doing better than I thought. And Spurs are doing exactly what I thought. So for me at the moment, Arsenal doing worse, Villa doing better and Spurs doing what I thought makes for a very interesting three-way battle for third, fourth and fifth. I still think Arsenal might have a bit too much, but we'll see. Injuries, suspensions, none of us know what's going to happen to any of the clubs. None of us know what's going to happen to anyone's form. But does anyone disagree that Liverpool and Man City are going to be first and second in one way or another, right? Does anyone disagree with that? Dr. Tottenham said, I think we'll come third or fourth. Could well do it. But if he comes third, what a magnificent season it's been. If he comes third, then over to you, Daniel Levy. Over to you. If it's fourth, over to you. Sorry, if we get Champions League, over to you. Now go and buy big. Here we go. 18 Spurs. Marco 82 has said, for me, the biggest elephant in the room is our centre forward situation. Do we go again with Richie next year or get some dough in for an Ange choice? I think we need better. Again, it's levels, isn't it? This is all I'll say. It's levels. If you wanna win things, you don't want Richarlison up front. He scored a few goals, but you don't want him up front. It's levels, right? And the problem is we don't have anybody to rotate with him of any note. But hey, Oryx Beats has come in and said, Hwang left wing, Son striker, Bakayoko right wing, Levy pay the effort. I mean, that would be a lovely front three, but will we do it? Gary Buller, big up to you. Gary said, Enoch, put their hands in your pockets, not their own. Absolutely, absolutely. Spurs can still finish fourth. Yeah, absolutely. Spurs can still finish fourth. Absolutely. Listen, I've never said Spurs can't get fourth, by the way. What I was berated for was saying that Spurs can't win a league title. And I think I've been proven right. We can't win the league title this year. We're 8 points behind Liverpool with 17 games to go. If they win 12 of their last 17, we've got to win 15 of our last 17. It's a huge ask. It's a huge ask. And Man City are there as well. I will have a wager with you. We finish in the top three. I offered you the bet because of your predictions, pal. Love you too. Listen, it's always healthy, Bobby. Look, I don't think it's inconceivable we do finish that. I'll have the bet with you. I'll tell you, I'll have the bet with you for third. I'll happily be wrong on that one. I'll happily be wrong. We'll have a fiver for charity, yeah? Bobby, make it a tenner for charity, right? We'll do a tenner for charity. Everyone can see this bet right now. I don't think we will finish third. If we do, Postecoglou is a genius, right? So let's do that for a little bit of fun. You think we'll finish third. I think we'll finish fourth or fifth. We'll see, all right? King E saying you did not show Wolves. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. I didn't show Wolves down there. Kako has said Son declared that he would not transfer until Spurs won. But do you want to sell Son? Come down. Do I want to sell Son? No. Not yet. I mean, in a couple of years, you're going to have to start looking at it with age and stuff. But no, Son's the best forward at the football club since Kane went. You need to compliment Son. If he said he won't leave until we win something, listen, we all want to win something. Let's hope that's soon. Merlin's Beard said, agree, Phil. We have played well, 15, 20-minute spells, but overall performances have been poor. Listen, I think this season's been exactly... I can't explain this, right? But for any of you that watch me every day or have watched me since the summer, you'll know what I said. This year for me was about building a plan, putting an ethos together, building a project, right? And start to work your way up in football strategy, ethos, tactics. I said, we'll finish between 5th and 7th. I said, you're going to have some games where we look brilliant, other games we look poor. We're going to batter some teams. We're going to get battered. Look, everything I've said, I think has come true, because all the people that say, if so-and-so hadn't got injured, yeah, but injuries happen. If so-and-so didn't get suspended, suspensions happen. You know, it's called keeping your feet on the ground. People can dream. I'm not here to burst anyone's bubble. People can dream, but I wonder if all the people that told me to let them dream are going to come back at any point and go, oh, yeah, actually, you were right. Man City and Liverpool are going to put... I don't know. Kate, Savva, yeah, absolutely. Liverpool have got better quality players than Spurs. Absolutely. Hence why they're 8 points clear of us. Wilson has said, having Spurs finish 5th at the start was a bit ambitious. No Kane, new manager. That's why I said between 5th and 7th. As long as it was better than last year, which was 8th, right? 5th to 7th. 3rd and 4th, amazing season. George has said, smash the like, guys. Yes, please do smash the likes. We've got 210. Let's keep smashing them. Dan Skyliner said, I don't think Levy will spend if we finish third or fourth. Oh, well, that's the question. That's always in the back of my mind. We'll spend. It's just, what do we spend it on? Do we go and buy more kids, or do we go and buy a few top players to help you challenge? That's the difference. That's the question for me. Always been my question. Alan said, you'll finish top four, I think. You got this far with the players you've got, and depending on injuries and players in, absolutely. No reason why we can't. Look, Villa, Arsenal, Spurs. It's going to be a very, very good battle, I think. I don't think City and Liverpool are in that battle. I think they're the level above. Ian has said, LFC, very surprising this season. Didn't see a title challenge. Thought it would be a battle for top four. They got too many good players. They've got too many good forwards for it to not happen, my man, for me. Wes said, I agree. Either Man City, Liverpool win the league. I'm wondering if Villa start dropping points later in the season. Same as Arsenal. Can see us in that top four. That's the hope, Wes. That's the hope, isn't it? We've got to hope that. Spurs will dramatically win the... I love this. We're not winning it. We're dramatically winning it. What does that mean, Kako? Let us know. What does dramatically mean? Definitely not £10 for everyone in the chat, Rodney. Definitely not. Big up Tigaro, Guten Morgen, Herr Savva. Big up to you in that chat, mate. Big up to you, man. Good morning to you as well, my friend. Hope you are well. Yeah, it wasn't the best game, was it? It wasn't the best game. SNN Ian Evans said, give Brennan time like we did for Bale. No. Do you know why? I'm not even reading the rest. Do you know why you've lost me? Bale and Brennan Johnson have got nothing to do with each other. Bale, you could see what a footballer he was. You could see it in him. I can't see it in Brennan Johnson. Sure. Again, another one. We need better. We need better. Just my opinion. There we go. Big up, Bobby. Big up. £10 for charity. Listen, no one loses, really. Everyone wins. A charity will get £10. They win. And either of us win because Spurs will have finished third. So I mean, absolutely no brainer there. All right, Speak said, we will see next summer window if Levy has actually changed, and we'll walk if Levy doesn't keep back in the upward trajectory. Yeah, listen, at some point, yeah, we'll see. Of course, absolutely. Ash said, I'm in agreement that we need to sell some players to progress. I think 20 million is too low for Emerson. Whilst I think we should sell at smart prices. I think 20 million is 15 million too much. I think he's a terrible footballer. But hey, that's just my opinion, Ash. I appreciate yours. It's just I'm being facetious. I just think 20 million is about right for him. Mr. Happy said, since I've been watching your channel 18 months, all your predictions have been spot on. I know, and I still get called out. I still get called out, Mr. Happy. All my predictions have been true. And I still get stick. I don't mean like every week, what's the score going to be, but the bigger predictions. I predicted what was going to happen under Antonio Conte. I was called out. Antonio Conte's a winner, blah, 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 blah. I predicted what was going to happen this season, and it looks like it's happening. Hey, it is what it is. Ronnie has said we can finish above Villa and Arsenal, but not City and Liverpool. So third is a possibility. Yeah. So now you want to deny Son and sell him. What? What? Lee Gunner. Yeah, Lee and I talk. Yeah, there's no problem. We just don't see eye to eye on a lot of football matters. I think Lee's very everyone's shit or brilliant, and I'm a bit more like, hang on. You know, I just don't think it's right. But listen, there's no problem there if that's what people want to do. Isn't Champions League fifth? It could be. It could be fifth. Yes, it could be. Finishing top four always attracts players for the following season. Here's the question. Does it? Have Spurs ever used finishing fourth to attract quality players the next season? There's my question. Right, we're going to go for another 5 minutes, people. Smash that like button. Let's get to 250. And let's smash the subscribe button. No messing about now. We've gone back up. Let's get that to 12,915. 5 of you. If I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Come on, people. Let's show a little bit of love to me here. Let's do that. By the way, Rodney has gifted a channel membership. Very kind of you, Rodney. That channel membership has gone to, let me see if I can find it. Rodney has given a channel membership to, oh, who's that gone to? I can't see who that's gone to, Rodney. Oh, that looks like it's gone to Peter Kipp. Peter Kipp has given the channel membership. So big up to you, Rodney. Always been a big supporter of the channel. Much love, bro. Really appreciate you. And thank you to the one person who did just subscribe. There are some good people out in the world. Much love to you. Big up to you, Rodney. Shafay has been very generous. Big up to you. And said, Savva, when Basuma comes back, would you put him straight in or bench him and make him play his way back into the 11 due to previous bad form? It's difficult because I don't think anyone's been in scintillating form. I don't think like we're playing brilliantly in midfield without him and we can say, oh, we've been controlling games and he doesn't go back in there. I've always maintained that when fit, this is just my opinion, when fit, I can't keep saying this enough, when fit, Basuma, Bentancur, Maddison. That for me is the most experienced. That for me is the best midfield three. And then you've got Sarr behind that. And then after that, I think we need to buy a couple of players. You've got Kulu who can go in there, but you need to buy a couple. So for me, when fit, I'd love to see that midfield three really kick on. It's not had a chance to play together. That only for me. Only for me. But next year, when you're in Europe, you're going to have to rotate like mad. There's going to be maybe 55, 60 games, depending on how well we do. But big up to you, Shafay. Always very generous. I really appreciate that. And speaking about generosity, big up to 18 Spurs, Marco 82. Really, really appreciate this, Marco. It's very generous of you. Marco can give £10 in a super chat, and some other people can't even just click a button to subscribe and like. Big up to you, brother. So big up, Sav. Keep giving your opinions and keep going with the channel. 100%. It's good enough to explode soon enough. Yeah, listen, I'll always keep going. I'll keep plugging away. I do enjoy it. Really, really appreciate it, Spurs Marco. Really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, listen, thank you. It is very, very generous. So thank you very much. We're going to come to the end of the show soon. Ian has said Sav's predictions mostly from a place of common sense. My mum always taught me when I was younger. Try and approach things from a common sense point of view. She always said to me, you can have people that go up there that are high in the sky. You can have people that go down here that are just belittling. Sometimes if you give that viewpoint that's in the middle, more than likely that's going to be what happens. That's all I've ever tried to do with Spurs. That's all I've ever tried to do. The people who are saying we were going to win a league title, I love them. I love them for their optimism. I love them. I love the fact that they are dreaming. But you can't call me negative for pointing out that it was never going to happen. So it is what it is. Jay Kismet, you'll never walk alone. I said, when a player shines at a club that isn't a top team, the question is, can he handle the pressure at a bigger club? Some can't, and that's what it's all about. I agree. I also don't think Brennan Johnson, to use him in this example, I don't think he particularly shined at Nottingham Forest, wherever I watched him. Kako, I'm going to ask nicely, please. You're being weird now. No one's talking about selling Son. You're having this internal monologue with yourself. Please stop that, or we will just remove you from the show. It's got weird. I don't understand why people like you come on the internet to act this weird. Just talk football. Gunners forever. Big up to you. I said, if Spurs beat City on Friday, you lot could win it for real. Right, guys, before we end up, put it in the chat. What's the score going to be? Tottenham is the home team. Man City is the away team. What's the score going to be? Man City are on fire. Spurs are at home. Man City don't like playing at our ground. We're not scoring many goals at the moment. What's going to happen? What do you think? Give me a score. Next 2 minutes. Reg has gone straight in there with 4-1 City. I was going to go with 2 or 3-1 City, but wow. 4-1 City, 2-1. City 3-0. Oh, hang on. Kako has only one win. I don't know what that means. 2-1 to Spurs. 3-1 City. 2-2. 3-1 City win. Rodney says, sorry, lost 1-3. Daryl said, my dad said you can't kid a kid up. Bullshit. Bang on. My mum was always telling me these sorts of things. Yeah. You can want to stand out. I watch so many YouTubers that just scream and shout. They scream and shout because it makes them stand out. Right? Great. It's not a real opinion. Yeah. It's not for me. Trinidadian Deep has said 2-1 Spurs, 3-2 City, 1-1. 1-0 Spurs, very mixed. 2-0 Spurs, 2-1 City, 1-1, 3-0 City, unfortunately. If it's at home, 2-1 Spurs, 2-1 City. Hope I'm wrong. Me too, bro. Me too. Jay Kismet said he was one of the best players at an OK Forest team. I just, whenever I watched him, as I said, he looked like a straight line player. Give him the ball, let him run. But when you want something different, that bit of quality, I don't think he's got it. Spurs 2-1. Tottenham 3, Man City 2. Merlin said, thank you for the platform you've created for us all to come together. More than welcome. I enjoy it most of the time, so hopefully you do. Spurs 2-1, 2-2, 2-1 City, 3-1 Spurs, 1-0 Spurs. Porro screamer Steve in the 86th minute. 1-0 Spurs, 2-1 Spurs, 3-1 City. Very mixed today, isn't it? Very mixed today. I've noticed that when the draw was first made, nearly everyone was saying Spurs win. Now, what's changed? Bobby, Spurs 2, Man City 5. We will get rolled come Friday. I do fear it. I don't know if we'll get rolled, but I do fear it. I really do fear it. So we'll see. We'll see. 2-2, 3-1 Spurs. No, City never don't won. Heads up onto the next Spurs. Rodney's gone with 115-0. Yes, 115-0 to the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Big up. Nick, where's your prediction, please? Where's your prediction for the game? Where are we? God, some of these scores are 5-2. Bobby Andrews, after just betting me, we're going to finish third in the league. Jake Ismet said, YouTube creators love the media BS headlines. Liverpool have agreed personal terms of Andre, supposedly a few days back. Listen, I get it. We all have to report the news. That's what we do. But for me, I do feel that some people just go ultra positive for the sake of it. And then loads of the fan base go, I like this person. He's massively positive. And it's like, yeah, but it's not true, is it? You know what I mean? It's not true, but hey, it is what it is. 3-2 to Spurs. City are a shambles on that stage. They're not a shambles. We beat them by the odd goal. I don't think it's a shambles. Agree. Yeah, Philly, I love that saying. Those who don't learn must feel. Absolutely. Big up, Nick. 2-0 City. Hope you're wrong. Listen. Hope you're well, Mark. Hope you're well. Chin up and all that, mate. Come on. I hope everything's well. 4-1 City, Haaland back, but I never get our scores right. I don't think Haaland's going to play. I think he's back in full training, but I think they said this morning that it might just come a little bit too soon for him. Ange 2, Baldy looks 1. Okay. The way we set up is very dangerous against a mid-table team. We will give them too much space. Listen, my worry, Bobby, my worry is exactly that. My worry is that I'm watching how Everton, Man United, Bournemouth, Villa. I'm watching how all of these teams are going at us at the back for fun. And City are clinical. But City do have off days in front of goal. I mean, they haven't for about the last 20 games, but they do every now and then. So we've got to hope it's one of those days. I've got 2-1 City in my head. Happy to be very wrong. And by the way, people, all those people out there that talk about mud, don't worry about all that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't matter. It's just a football opinion. Son needs a new contract. When's his contract run out? Does he need another one? Does he really? Merlin's Beard has said 4-1 to City. 2-0 to Spurs, maybe 2-1. Jay Kismet has said positivity and facts are much better than negativity and BS to have a healthy life. Joe has said quality prevails, 2-0 City. Bill has said my Warriors will employ the Chelsea tactic. Look, my worry is I watched Newcastle versus Man City, and they had so much of the ball that it just scared the crap out of me. It just scared the crap out of me what they'll do to us. But hey, it is what it is. We'll find out on Friday, won't we? We'll find out. What will be, will be. Everybody, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much. Please join Stella and I at 3:30 this afternoon for Tottenham Fever, where we'll be digging deep into a few Spurs subjects. Much love to you all. Please like and subscribe as you leave. Really appreciate the likes, the subscribers, the channel memberships, the gifted memberships, absolutely everything. Thank you very much. Really, really do appreciate it. Take care And as always, come on, you Spurs.